to Bangkok. I'm here to show you exactly how to capture the city's incredible energy, ancient beauty, and world-class cuisine in a single, unforgettable day. Get ready to experience the perfect blend of majestic temples, local river life, and vibrant night markets that make Thailand's capital so addictive. This guide is your ultimate key to unlocking the best of Bangkok in one day. Best time to visit. Bangkok is reliably warm and humid year-round, which means timing your trip is a strategic choice between battling the intense heat, the major crowds, or the monsoon rains. For the most comfortable sightseeing, I recommend aiming for the cool and dry season, running from November to February. While temperatures remain high, around 86 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 to 35 degrees Celsius, the significantly lower humidity makes visiting the vast temple complexes far more bearable. Be prepared though, as this is the peak tourist season, meaning you should expect higher prices and very crowded sites. If you travel during the hot season, March to May, you may prioritize early morning starts and stay extremely hydrated, as temperatures often soar past 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius. The rainy season, July to October, offers the lowest prices and fewer crowds, with rain usually arriving as intense, short-lived afternoon downpours. Airport tips. Your journey into Bangkok begins at one of two major hubs, Saranrom Airport, BKK, or Don Mueang Airport, DMK. Knowing your airport is the first step in beating the city's infamous traffic. If you land at the main BKK gateway, your lifeline is the airport rail link ARL. This train is fast, cheap, and connects directly to the BTS SkyTrain at Phra Kaew Station. The ride takes about 25 to 30 minutes and costs approximately $2 to the final Phra Kaew station, letting you bypass all the road congestion. If you arrive at DMK, which handles most regional and low-cost flights, you'll be relying on airport bus services that link up with the MRT or a taxi. Regardless of which airport you use, the most critical taxi rule is always insist that the driver use the meter. Politely decline any fixed price quotes. Using the meter ensures a fair fare and is the most cost-effective way to get into the city center. Where to stay? When you only have 24 hours in Bangkok, your accommodation needs to be a strategic decision based on what you prioritize: immediate access to the ancient sites or superior connectivity across the modern city. For ultimate walking access to the Grand Palace, Wat Phra, and the river, aim for the Riverside or Old Town area, specifically Ratanakosin and Khao. If your focus is on luxury and stunning views, the Riverside offers 5-star resorts starting from $200 per night. Conversely, the Khao area provides the most budget-friendly hostels and guest houses, often below $30 per night. However, this historical district is famously not served by the BTS SkyTrain or MRT Metro, making it difficult to travel far from the river area efficiently. If you prioritize speed and citywide mobility, I suggest staying in the modern downtown areas like Siam, which is the central transport and shopping hub, or Sukhumvit, which is popular for dining and its excellent dual BTS MRT access. These districts are dominated by mid-range to luxury hotels, with prices typically starting at $80 per night. How to get around. Bangkok's traffic is legendary, meaning getting around requires a smart, multimodal transport strategy. You can never rely on just one method. You need a full toolkit to navigate this city. The essential tools are the BTS SkyTrain and MRT subway. These form the backbone of the modern city and are your best defense against road congestion, covering long distances quickly and efficiently. A single journey usually costs less than $2, and if you're planning on using it heavily for a day, a one-day pass for unlimited rides is available for about $5. For the historical old town, the Chao Phraya Riverboat is mandatory. It's cheap, incredibly scenic, and essential for hopping between riverside temples like Wat Arun and Wat Phra, moving faster than any road traffic. Basic single trips on the main orange flag boat cost less than $1. For those final connections, you'll grab a tuk-tuk or taxi. For tuk-tuks, you must always agree on the price before you step inside to prevent surprises. One day in Bangkok. Temples, towers, and nightlife. Morning. Breakfast. Kope Tai Ki na Saranrom. To maximize your morning and beat the crowds at the first major site, you must start your day early. I recommend skipping a hotel breakfast entirely and heading straight for the most authentic and historically convenient Thai breakfast spot near the Grand Palace, Kope Thai Kina Saranrom. This location is highly sought after for its vintage atmosphere and commitment to traditional Thai Chinese breakfast recipes, operating continuously since 1952. The cafe is a perfect time capsule setting to fuel up before the intensity of the old town takes hold, and its proximity to the Grand Palace means you'll minimize travel time and can arrive at the gate before the main rush. Must-try dishes include the savory rice porridge known as juk and the famous iced coffee oliang. A meal and coffee here will cost between $3 and $6. This early start is crucial to ensure you're one of the first visitors to the temples. The Grand Palace. As the most popular tourist attraction in Bangkok, the Grand Palace really draws in the masses and gets extremely busy, so I'm going to suggest you make this your first stop on your itinerary. You must be one of the first in line when the gates open at 8:30 a.m. to avoid the worst of the crowds. This ornate palace was constructed in 1782 to coincide with the ascent of King Rama I to the throne. The complex is absolutely massive, spanning 218,000 square meters and featuring temples, stupas, government buildings, throne halls, a Buddhist library, and splendid manicured gardens. It served as the official residence of the Thai kings for over 150 years until the early 20th century and remains the ceremonial heart of the monarchy today. The Temple of the Emerald Buddha inside the palace grounds is considered the most sacred Buddhist temple in Thailand, symbolizing the spiritual protection of the nation. Plan to spend at least 2 full hours exploring this incredible site. Your admission ticket also permits you to visit the Queen Sirikit Museum of Textiles and the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, Wat Phra Kaew. Guided tours are available on site and can provide valuable insight into the history and symbolism of the various buildings for around $10 to $15. Tickets cost 500 baht, which is about $14.45, and can be bought at the palace or online if you purchase them at least 24 hours in advance. Insider tip. Since this is a royal and sacred site, a strict dress code is enforced without exception. Shoulders, chest, and knees must be completely covered for both men and women. If your clothing is deemed inappropriate, you will be required to rent cover-ups outside the complex, which will waste precious time. Wat Phra Kaew. Immediately after entering the Grand Palace, you'll proceed to the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, or Wat Phra Kaew, as it is located within the same royal complex. This temple is considered the most sacred Buddhist temple in all of Thailand, and it's the central spiritual focus of the entire royal compound. Continue your 2-hour visit by focusing on this core temple area before moving on. The temple's importance stems from its main attraction, a highly revered statue of the Buddha carved from a single block of jade placed on a high pedestal in the main ordination hall called Ubasot. This statue, symbolizing legitimacy and prosperity, is a powerful national symbol, and according to tradition, the king changes the Buddha's cloak 3 times a year to match the summer, rainy, and cool seasons. You must remove your shoes before entering the temple hall, and photography is strictly prohibited inside the hall containing the Emerald Buddha. Take your time to walk around the exterior walls of the temple, which are covered with murals illustrating the entire epic of the Ramakien, the Thai national epic, and considered masterpieces of classical Thai art. Late morning. Wat Phra Reclining Buddha. From the Grand Palace complex, it's a short walk south, a journey of about 10 minutes to Wat Phra, which is formerly known as Wat Phra Kaew. This temple compound is the oldest and largest in Bangkok, and in fact, it contains the largest hoard of Buddhist images in the whole country. The most iconic sight is the reclining Buddha statue. This incredible figure stands 15 meters, or 50 feet tall, and is 46 meters, or 150 feet long, entirely covered in gold leaf. It's an absolute treasure to see, but note that because of its massive size, it's not the easiest statue to capture a photo of. Plan to spend around 1 to 1.5 hours here. The temple is open from 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Admission is around 200 baht, which is about $5.65. Wat Arun, Temple of Dawn. If you thought the first couple of sites were something special, then just wait until you see Wat Arun. The Temple of Dawn is the final temple on your morning sprint and is considered one of the most beautiful temples in the whole of Southeast Asia. You'll walk from Wat Phra to the nearby Tien Pier, a walk of less than 5 minutes, and hop on the riverboat across Chao Phraya River to the west bank. The ferry is incredibly cheap. You can pay your small fare of just 14 cents at the ticket booth right on the dock, and since they run so frequently from the pier, you can hop right on without worrying about a strict schedule. Allocate about 1 hour to fully explore the grounds, climb the lower viewing platform for stunning photos, and enjoy the unique architecture up close. Wat Arun is famous for its towering central spire, which is different from the other temples you've seen, as it's decorated with millions of pieces of colorful porcelain and seashells. When you get up close, you'll notice these pieces. Over 1 million of them were actually salvaged from a shipwreck before being used to embellish the temple. The architecture reflects the Khmer style, making it a unique element in the city's temple cluster. You can climb the accessible tiers for a panoramic photo opportunity, and from the terrace you get spectacular views across the Chao Phraya River. The temple is open from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The entrance fee is 100 baht, which is about $2.80. Insider tip. Although Wat Arun is stunning up close, its most famous and photographable view is actually from the opposite riverbank after sunset, when the entire central prong is dramatically illuminated. If you find the morning sun too harsh for photos, aim to revisit a nearby riverside spot later to capture this iconic night view. Afternoon, lunch at the Tien area. After your heavy morning of sightseeing, it's time to refuel and relax. Don't skip lunch. Thai food is absolutely delicious. I recommend crossing back over to the river's east side and heading to View Arun Restaurant and Bar. The Thai food is delicious, but the main draw is the terrace view. The area around Tien Pier is full of casual eateries, but this spot is chosen specifically for its direct, stunning panorama of Wat Arun right across from the water. While the view is spectacular, here's some crucial advice. It gets incredibly hot during the day in Bangkok, so sitting outside can be challenging, but the panoramic view makes the heat entirely worthwhile. If you're looking for specific culinary experiences right near the river, you have 2 excellent options. For an authentic, high-quality Thai meal, consider the 6th. This small, highly rated spot serves traditional Thai dishes. Their massaman curry and grilled pork neck are popular choices. Main dishes typically cost $5 to $9. If, however, you want a sweet treat or a lighter, cooler meal focused on tropical fruits, grab a famous dessert at the Make Me Mango Tien. This specialty cafe is dedicated entirely to Thailand's most famous dessert, mango sticky rice, and their various mango creations usually run $4 to $7. Afternoon, Chao Phraya Riverboat. This is the transition activity that connects the ancient city to the modern metropolis. Instead of battling inner-city traffic in a taxi, you'll catch the riverboat downriver. The experience of riding the Chao Phraya Riverboat itself is a crucial part of the Bangkok experience. After lunch, take a short walk from the Tien area to the nearby Yodpiman Riverwalk Pier and board the orange flag boat heading south. This pier is generally less crowded than the main Tien Pier and will give you a smoother boarding experience. As you ride, you'll see the city's lifeblood, ferries, longtail boats, and barges, all moving at a chaotic, beautiful pace. The Orange Flag boat ride is a flat rate of about 45 cents, making it one of the cheapest and most efficient ways to travel. This journey, which takes approximately 20 minutes, will take you from the historical heart of the city toward the sleek towers of the financial district. The ride is an activity in itself, offering a new perspective on the city's scale, and it is specifically designed to take you to the ICONSIAM Pier, our next stop. Insider tip. If you found the heat or the crowds overwhelming in the morning, or if you simply crave a cool cultural experience, the National Museum is a fantastic alternative. This is Thailand's main museum and offers a deep dive into the history, art, and culture you've been sightseeing all morning. It's a massive, quiet, and fully air-conditioned activity where you can easily spend an hour or two exploring the collections of Thai art, cultural artifacts, and religious pieces. Admission for foreigners is 200 baht, about $6. It's located near the Grand Palace and makes a perfect indoor break before continuing to our next stop. Late afternoon, ICONSIAM Paragon. When you arrive by Riverboat at the spectacular pier for ICONSIAM Paragon shopping mall, this is far more than a mall. It's an architectural spectacle that costs billions of dollars to build and is the physical embodiment of modern, high-end Bangkok. You should dedicate a full 2 hours to this stop. While the mall opens around 10 a.m. and has a SkyTrain station right outside for easy access, the main draw here is the Suk Siam section. This vast, beautiful area is designed as an indoor floating market, bringing Thailand's unique street food and craft sculpture inside a cool, clean environment. Beyond the floating market, the mall is also home to the largest aquarium in Southeast Asia, and if you need reading material for a beach trip, be sure to check out the Kinokuniya foreign language bookshop. It's the perfect air-conditioned spot to grab an iced tea or a traditional snack like kanom krok, coconut pancakes, before the next leg of your journey. This stop showcases the incredible contrast between the sacred, 100-year-old temples you saw this morning and the city's futuristic retail vision. Evening, Khao San Road. From ICONSIAM, take a taxi or grab a river ferry and take a short tuk-tuk ride back to the old city to the epicenter of this street energy. Khao San Road is the mecca of backpackers, and as the sun begins to set, the street springs to life, transforming into an open-air market and party hub. This is the ultimate destination for dinner, and soaking up the evening atmosphere, guaranteeing sensory overload. If you didn't eat at ICONSIAM, you can pick up some delicious street food here, and there are some other options beyond the scorpions and crickets. The most popular street food by far is the classic pad thai, which you can sample from one of the hundreds of stalls. Other popular choices include fresh spring rolls and various grilled skewers. There are loads of stalls where you can pick up clothes, accessories, and souvenirs. Otherwise, grab a cheap beer, pick a bar that you like the look of, and let yourself wind down, soaking up the hedonistic side of Bangkok. Expect a quick and filling dinner from the food stalls to cost you between $3 and $5. Late evening, rooftop bar. End your day with a visit to one of Bangkok's famous rooftop bars for a cocktail and an incredible city view. It's a more upscale experience, but the atmosphere and skyline make it the perfect way to wrap up your 24 hours in the city. Just note that most rooftop bars have a dress code. Flip-flops and casual sandals aren't allowed, so plan for a quick outfit change before you go. I recommend heading to Sky Bar for the iconic experience. Located atop the State Tower, the bar offers one of the most famous, jaw-dropping views in the world and shares its space with the deluxe Sirocco restaurant. Arriving around 8 p.m. ensures you get a good spot to watch the lights twinkle across the vast metropolis. A single cocktail here will run you between $15 to $25. If you want a different kind of vibe, Above 11, located on the Fraser Suites, is a cool hangout that serves a fusion of Japanese and Peruvian food and drinks. Alternatively, if your hotel has a rooftop bar, like the amazing one at the Avani Plus Riverside Hotel, you can head over there. And there you have it, 24 hours in Bangkok efficiently covered. From the royal landmarks and sacred temples to riverside neighborhoods, markets, and rooftop views, this itinerary captures the city's most distinctive contrasts. You've seen Bangkok's historic core, experienced its vibrant street life, and explored its modern skyline all within a single, well-planned day. If you're ready to continue your journey through Southeast Asia, make your next stop at Kuala Lumpur, where colorful shrines, tropical greenery, and impressive city views await.